From Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw, Georgia, youth will be served tonight in the USL Championship as Atlanta United 2 hosts Loudoun United FC on ESPN Plus. Coming up next. Time for a little action at the Fraction. Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in Fifth Third Bank Stadium here in the Eastern Conference of the USL Championship. Atlanta United 2 coming in at 3-12-5, hosting Loudoun United FC coming in with a record of 5-4-8. Alongside Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so this evening. And Jason, you're going to see a lot of young guys out there tonight, a lot of promise for both their parent clubs when you're looking at Atlanta United and DC United, but we're talking about Loudoun United and Atlanta United 2. What do you think?
You have two managers here, Ryan Martin for Loudoun United and Stephen Glass for Atlanta United 2, who've come through the academy system of the club. They value the young talent. They don't have any fear in putting the young talent in positions to learn from mistakes, make some mistakes, but also develop along the way.
Now let's talk about the guys in the spot shadows this evening, starting off for Loudoun, and it's someone who got to have a very special moment last time out.
Antonio Bustamante scored his first professional goal in the 3-0 win over Louisville City last time out. But Bustamante's had a strong season with 2 assists as well to go along with that goal. He has created 19 chances this season, his first year as a professional after a solid career at William & Mary.
On the flip side, for the home side, Atlanta United 2, someone whose Jets have definitely been on display recently.
Bienveni Kanakimana has grabbed a lot of people's attention in his last couple of matches. 3 goals in those, and he's showing some composure to go along with that speed. The Burundi Youth International is a player that a lot of Atlanta fans are getting to know well.
The calendar has turned to August. What are you going to do with August, September, and October? We'll find out answers around the corner. It is Atlanta United 2. It is Loudoun United FC just around the corner here on ESPN Plus. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Action USL Championship. First 45 minutes just around the corner for Loudoun United and Atlanta United 2. So, Jason, let's take a peek at the starting 11s and who's going to be here tonight at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Starting off with the visitors and Loudoun, their starting 11. What do you know?
Similar shape for both teams. Loudoun United has the same starting 10 on the field that they had in the 3-0 win over Louisville City. Callie Brown comes in goal. Take a look at Bustamante and Martinez sitting behind Gordon Wild. We saw Gordon Wild here with Atlanta United 2 play up top, or an experiment to see if he could play out on the wing as a wing back. In this group, it's Presley who's a converted winger who's playing it right back.
Now on the flip side, for the home side, what do you see with Atlanta United 2?
A lot of it's going to come down to the speed up top. Bienveni Kanekimana out wide on the right, Laurent Kisiadou on the left, and Andrew Carlton pulling the strings. But number 21 is going to grab a lot of attention. George Bello, his first start since the season opener against Hartford Athletic, his second start of 2019. The other one was in the CONCACAF Champions League against Herediano in Costa Rica.
And let's take a peek at the coaches that will be directing folks around. And there they are, both of them right there in one place.
Brian Martin, Stephen Glass. Stephen Glass comes up from the U17s with Atlanta United's academy. Ryan Martin has said that his U17s at DC's academy, it's a special generation. You're starting to see a lot of them come through with Loudoun United.
And we'll take a peek at some of those guys tonight. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us, and a shout out to the folks who are keeping an eye on things up at Loudoun Brewing this evening. Front office and the supporters groups watching this one tonight up there at Loudoun. And just so everyone knows, another good moment in the USL Championship, the ribbon cutting ceremony at Segra Field is going to happen tomorrow. So Loudoun United is going to have their own place, Segra Field, starting tomorrow officially, and they're going to play their first match there next weekend. So welcome to Fifth Third, and we're going to get things underway here. You see here in the first 45 that Atlanta United 2 in their peach kits. They're going to be going from right to left, and Loudoun United in their dress blacks. They will be going in the opposite direction. Andrew Carlton, center circle.
Good switch from Dacus to pick Carlton out. Now Metcalf with an opportunity down the right.
Works it in with the right into the area. Presley had it deflect the wrong direction, sent right up the elevator shaft there, trying to just get rid of it somehow. Are the folks at the back. Carlos Alvarez last to touch for Loudoun.
Those are the mistakes you see when you convert a winger to a right back. It's a poor clearance from Presley. Alvarez is able to play it out.
There's Presley on the mark. Andrew Carlton. Hernandez goes down. We're going to get a whistle. And our officials for the evening, the man in the middle is Kevin Broadley. Your assistants, Walter Heatherly and Justin Lopez. Your fourth official this evening is Rashawn Clark.
Late unnecessary challenge gives Atlanta an opportunity with a set piece just outside the final third.
Andrew Carlton interested in taking, as well as George Bello. So let's see what these two have in mind as they set things up here as we head toward minute number 3. Carlton headed, goes the other direction. Len Kisiadou tries with the left. It's deflected out, not all the way clear. Presley will head, settled down by Loudoun. They're going to try to get out of a jam. Nice pressure there from Kanekimana, but it ends up with Loudoun working their way from left to right.
That's why you go get a player like Carlos Alvarez, a veteran of the USL Championship, a former draft pick of Chivas USA. You bring him in to give a little stability to a very young roster.
Good work there from Hernandez to get the ball back, and you're going to get a flag up, and it will head back the other way.
Conway recovering from an offside position.
Bustamante back and forth with Sinclair. On the turn, it's Nelson Martinez.
Bustamante and Martinez, two very comfortable players on the ball in the holding midfield for Loudoun.
Verfurth and Presley. And it's going to go all the way back to Cali. Harry Hawkins. Can't miss him with those neon cleats. Back and forth with Jacob Green, who's all of 16 years old, if my math is correct.
Second start for Green. He got his first one against Louisville last week. Murphy liked what he saw, gives him another run out tonight.
Bustamante, center circle. Conway was in pursuit, left off for Verfurth. Going to come back all the way over to Hawkins now. Carlton in pursuit there. Here's Green. Kanekimana was there. Bustamante with the right on the switch, looking for Presley. Martinez will just send it back. It's going to end up with Hawkins again. Trying to work through the middle was Bustamante. There's Gordon Wild. Jacob Green back and forth with Wild. Here's Sinclair. Sends it in on the ground, looking for Wild, got caught up in his boots. And here comes Atlanta United 2 with Andrew Carlton.
Good ball from Kanekimana out of the defensive third.
Trying to get out of a jam, gives to Kanekimana. And it's going to be last touched by Atlanta United 2, so it'll be a quick throw in by Green here halfway through minute number 5.
Kanekimana dropped in deep to help defend, and the other way, it's Orlando Sinclair dropping in deep to defend Kanekimana as Atlanta tried to break out.
Verfurth and Alvarez. Hernandez was chasing. There's Martinez.
Good look from Verfurth to pick out Bustamante.
Sinclair. There's Green with the left into the area, headed clear. Looks like they're going to call a foul on Kyle Murphy.
Murphy comes in late on Dacus, catches a lot of him after Dacus had headed it clear.
It's good to see Brendan Moore getting a start this evening.
2-1-1 on the season, 4 starts with Atlanta United 2.
Bello thought about it, pulled it back. Will Vint helping out to Captain Jack. Lawrence Wyke. Dacus. Center circle, Vint looking for an outlet quickly. Comes forward to Metcalf. A lot of space, closed down, and with the right headed out. Metcalf looking to do something with it, couldn't do it. Last touch by Loudoun's going to stick with the stripes. Vint looking in, looking for Kisiadu, and here comes Presley.
I think Vint was actually looking for Bello. Kisiadu puts a boot up and knocks it down from him. Bello might have been in down the left if he'd let that one ride.
Brown quickly with Hawkins. Green. Kanekimana was there. Martinez. Big work with the right. Nicely done to pick it off with Dacus. Wyke and Carlton. Nice work here. Kanekimana looking to come in from the right. Nicely done to defend was Harry Hawkins. And it looks like it's going to be our first Creature Comforts corner kick late here in minute number 7.
Excellent ball from Andrew Carlton into Kanekimana. And Harry Hawkins, no hesitation in coming across and going in strong on the tackle.
So let's see what Andrew Carlton has here in mind. No one near, so it looks like it's going to go into the area. Kanekimana lurking near post, sent in, headed, and it was out. Sinclair was the first to touch, then it was sent out, so it's going to be a throw in the middle third for Atlanta United 2.
Just missed Jackson Conway with that delivery from Andrew Carlton.
So Bello with the throw. Center circle, Wyke. Metcalf with a little room. Drifting back is Hernandez. Vint tried to turn. Nothing but 3 black kits there, but it ends up being just sent forward. It's going to go all the way back to Callie Brown. Loudoun will try it again.
Nice composure from Hawkins to head that to Verfurth.
Dacus was there. Trying to turn was Vint. Got kind of lost in the wet turf a little bit, but Carlton was there. He's taken down and a whistle.
Andrew Carlton gets the call. Not sure how much contact Bustamante or Martinez caught him with. Take another look at it now. It's good acceleration from Carlton. Slight contact from Martinez. Good from Andrew to put himself in that position to earn the free kick. Metcalf's going to take this one.
Metcalf looking in, everybody lined up at the top of the box. Two-man wall for Loudoun, sent over the top looking for Dacus, but it was touched first by Loudoun. It's going to stick with Atlanta United 2.
Metcalf jogging over to take this one as well.
Couple of folks offering, ends up with Carlton. Comes all the way back to Lawrence Wyke, and they'll work it around the horn. Wyke, Metcalf, Carlton. Connick came on a nice touch. Springs Metcalf, sends it in with the right. Presley sends it out. Loudoun will end up with it, and they've got some room.
Gordon Wild springs Bustamante down the left.
Murphy with Wyke. Step over and hit it too hard. Goal kick.
A little heavy on that touch from Murphy.
Quick work by Moore to bring it back in. When you're looking at keys to the match, I know that you had some things in mind, so what were you thinking?
Atlanta United 2 has to get off to a better start, and we've seen that so far. They're 0-11-2 when they've conceded first in matches, 3-1-3 when they score first. And they've got to use that speed up top, kickstart things in the attack. For Loudoun, you're trying to build chemistry with this 11. It's the same 11 or same 10 on the field from last week. And then you're trying to get that counterattack going. It's something that Atlanta has had problems with, dealing with teams that sit back a little bit, absorb pressure, and then hit on the break.
You saw there that Lawrence Wyke ends up with a yellow here in minute number 11. Here's another look.
Murphy trying to get in contact from Wyke with hands on his back. Earns the free kick and earns a quick yellow card.
Yep. Looks like Carlton and Kisiadu. Two-man wall with Brendan Moore directing a little traffic. Wild sends it in with the left through a bunch of folks, and it was right on net with a little bit of a flick. Brendan Moore was there and looks like he wants to release Hernandez. Headed nicely. The flag is up.
Had to have been on Conway on the initial ball from Brendan Moore. Little surprising there. Moore ends up making the save. Not sure how much Loudoun actually knew about the shot.
Yeah.
Kind of came through traffic. Little bit of a redirect.
Bodies up and down, and Kanakimana ends up with it for Atlanta United 2. Sinclair with the swing and a miss. Hernandez tried to flick it forward. Gordon Wild is there now.
It's a good look from Hernandez, though. He had Kisiadu breaking in.
Alvarez working with Kyle Murphy. Back to Presley. Martinez, Hawkins, and Green.
Loudoun's front four is very interchangeable. It almost plays like a 4-2-4 at times with Gordon Wild comfortable stepping up into the forward line.
Bustamante with a lift. Wild tried to do something with it. It was picked off, but it's going to stay with Loudoun. Nelson Martinez. Back and forth with Hawkins. Into the middle and Alvarez. Looks like it was deflected, and it's going to stay with Loudoun here as they're getting close to the attacking third. Sinclair will bring it in. He'll keep it, gets past Metcalf, working his way in on the angle of the 45. Step over with the left. Moore is there, gets a hand in the way, and it's cleared, but here comes Atlanta United 2.
Hernandez with a touch in that as well.
Kisiadu, speed. Martinez holds him up a little bit. Kisiadu has to change over. Kanakimana is there, speed to speed. Space for Kanakimana in the middle. Big launch off of the edge of the right foot and away. It's going to be a goal kick.
Conway tried to lay that off a little cleaner for Kanakimana. Took a deflection. Bienveni goes for it anyway. feeling it with 3 goals in his last 2 matches.
Hawkins, Bustamante, Alvarez on the turn. Sinclair was there. Bustamante with the right, bringing forward space for Gordon Wild right up the middle, and it's pushed and it's in. Brendan Moore tried to come out of the crease. Gordon Wild got to the ball first, pushes it past, and it's 1-0 Loudoun here in minute 15.
When Gordon Wild's able to step up into that forward line, Atlanta United 2 can't pick up all of the Loudoun runners. Bello tries to get back and close it down, might have gotten a touch. No, it's Wild through the legs of Moore. And Gordon Wild scores in his return to Kennesaw.
Loudoun last time out got a 3-0 win against Louisville City. And they continue their goal scoring right here, getting the first one on the board in the 15th minute, and it's Gordon Wild coming home.
Second goal in the USL Championship this season. Gordon Wild had one here with Atlanta. Now he has his first one with Loudoun United.
So let's see what the Stripes do coming off of that. Last time out for Atlanta United, remember, and for Atlanta United 2, it was a wild one against North Carolina FC. Kanekimana winds up and got it on the instep too high up, and it's going to be another goal kick for Loudoun United. But last time out, it was just a wild one against North Carolina FC. And the team showed a lot of fight to come back before eventually losing 4-2.
They did. They lost their head a little bit when it fell 3-0 behind, though. And it's a good fight back, but Atlanta United 2 has to learn not to put themselves in those situations.
Loudoun on the sprint. Metcalf will get there to intercept it away from Sinclair. Found Kanekimana, who tried to turn with it. Gives to Carlton. On the switch, Kisidu and Bello are there. Bello on Presley. In with the left. Over the top of everything. Kanekimana will track it down. And send it all the way back to Metcalf, who will reset.
Opportunity for Atlanta United 2 to string some passes together. Initially in Loudoun's half. Poor touch from Lawrence Wyke.
So Wyke will bring it all the way back to Brendan Moore, and they'll try it again. Dacus. Hernandez. Bello and back to Will Vint. Here's Metcalf. Big move with the right. There to intercept was Hawkins again. Bustamante will now spring Sinclair. Metcalf in behind, Wyke in front. Nicely done to get the ball away. Atlanta United 2 will get it and come back with Bello. Carlton has Vint, goes through him, gives to Metcalf. Carlton with it again. Back and forth with Captain Jack, tries to get around Sinclair. Didn't quite happen, and Gordon Wild is there.
Sinclair with enough of a touch to take it away from Carlton, and now Loudoun tries to break, but the pass is overhit for Alvarez.
Halfway through minute number 18, it is 1-0. Gordon Wild scoring for Loudoun a couple of minutes ago.
When Loudoun's able to sit and absorb pressure a bit, you can tell some of the instructions from Kyle Murphy. They always hit on the side where Atlanta United gets their outside backs forward. We saw it the last time Jack Metcalf advanced. Loudoun immediately played Sinclair in behind. Very well-coached group.
Bustamante and Hawkins. Nelson Martinez in the middle. Tries to send Presley. Presley tries to chest it down. He can't control, so it'll be a throw.
I expect we'll see Presley get forward more. He's very comfortable going forward. Started the season as a right winger. Going through that experiment, trying to find out if he can play as a right back and add some attacking ability to a back line.
Vint looking to send Conway. Kanekimana is there. Can he finish? Yes! focused on him in the open, and it's another goal for 29 in the Peach.
It's almost a carbon copy of his first one with Atlanta United, too. He breaks in with speed, gets the goalkeeper leaning, and beats him to the near side. Bienveni Kanekimana just continues to shine for Atlanta United, too.
Quick hydration break, a little instruction. Kanekimana gets on the board for the equalizer. And after 4 minutes, it was 1-0. The Stripes respond by going back, and we're tied at ones. And we're going to have to reset here.
Very smart for Atlanta to take that opportunity to celebrate the goal, but to also get a little bit of tactical instruction, because Loudoun United is committing a lot of numbers forward, and there's just not enough Atlanta defenders to pick them up.
Alvarez, Carlton on him, Martinez, Hawkins.
In the 19th minute.
Martinez to Wild. Wild with a nice turn to keep possession. Dodges past Vint. Finds Green, who tried to bring it in with the left. Back to defend nicely was Kanekimana.
It's an excellent ball through, splitting Atlanta's back line. Green with his first foray forward, can't get the cross past the first defender, Kanekimana.
Gordon Wild. A lot of action at the back post for Loudoun. Let's see if that changes. Sent in, headed clear. Kanekimana tried to turn, and Green was there to greet him to make sure that he wouldn't go any further.
Has to be a card. If you're going to go with the card on Lawrence Wyke, and Lawrence Wyke wants to tell the referee the same thing, and I'm saying, if you're going to go card on Lawrence Wyke, you have to give Green a yellow card there.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen from Kevin Broadley.
There's just no way you can avoid the yellow card there. We'll take another look. Look at this back heel from Kanekimana.
That's strong.
That's a player with a lot of confidence right there. That's a heat check for you. And Jacob Green brings him down because he just got shown up. That's a yellow card.
Yellow card here, not on the pitch. Just a talking to, and I believe there was a no more attached to it.
Well, Kanekimana's feeling it. There might be a few more back heels, and we'll see how Jacob Green responds.
Lawrence Wyke on the big switch. Bello settles. Back and forth with Kisiadu. Kisiadu trying to work it to Kanekimana. Can't get there. Angle a little too steep. Good idea. So it'll be a goal kick late, minute 22, as we head toward minute 23, tied at ones.
Kanekimana has that kind of speed that you see defenders give up on a ball and then realize that, wait a minute, he can get to that. Nearly pulled it off again.
This is one of 4 games going on tonight in the championship. We'll have a look at the other matches going on at halftime. A bunch of other stuff going on in the league as well. We'll catch up to date on that. And more releases Wyke. The Stripes will try it again. Wyke looking big, switch. Kisiadu is there.
Flags up.
So now that we're at the quarter pole, I'll ask you the question I usually ask you. What do you think so far?
It's 2 young teams, and you've seen some really good play. You've seen some very confident play at times, and you've seen some shaky play, and especially, I think, 2 teams that are still learning how to defend as a group. Breaks down at times.
Headed to the side, dangerous idea, and bounced, and an own goal.
Poor communication all the way around there. Brendan Moore doesn't take charge of the situation. It looks like Murphy's going to be able to get there. Moore can't wait till it gets inside the 18. Goes for the clearance right into the rib cage of Wesley Dacus and into the back of the net.
So an own goal gives Loudoun the advantage halfway through minute number 24.
Both goals Atlanta's conceded have been strange. And now they have to pick their heads up again and go find an equalizer.
We've seen him do it. So let's see what the idea is here. Big idea from Will Vint trying to get Kanakimana working forward. Callie Brown will get there first and he'll just let it go. As we turn to minute 25.
One idea is to obviously have Kanakimana run at anybody in front of him.
Because in the time that we've seen him, very few have been able to catch up with him.
No, and Jacob Green has good speed.
Speaking of, Green with the right to Sinclair. Alvarez, Gordon Weil, Presley. Looking to charge in at the 45 degree. Wild looking to do something with his left, ends it back with Alvarez. Presley has a chance with the left, deflected and just missed. It's going to be a corner for Loudoun.
Looked like it could have come off of Presley's hand in the build-up. Broadley feels it was unintentional. Shot was blocked. That looks like he's going for the far post. Moore might have had the far post covered, but the deflection from Dacus nearly beat him at the near post.
Gordon Wild will take here in minute 26. Into the area. Kisiadu trying to turn to get out of trouble. Atlanta United 2 does briefly, but Gordon Wild will track it down. Presley again. Another chance. Poked forward. Looks like they're going to reset one more time. Easy pickings.
Alvarez shot right at Brendan Moore. Atlanta struggling to clear their lines.
Moore sending Kanakimana, but Hawkins was there first.
Another smart header from Hawkins.
Kanakimana gets there, nicely done. Good contact, but can't quite hang on to it as Lauren Kisiadu, and Connor Presley will track it down.
Subtle back heel from Andrew Carlton in that build-up.
Dangerous idea looking for Callie Brown. Loudoun ends up with it.
Both teams living dangerously in the back.
Yes, sir. Hawkins back and forth with Alvarez, and here's Green. Alvarez again. Carlton was chasing, picked off by Will Vint. Kisiadu looking for help. Has Bello to his left and finally does get it to him. Vint again looking big switch. Wyke was there off his shoulder, but he does calm it down. Gives to Metcalf. Wyke's going to go crossways. Gets the big switch to Bello. Presley is there. Touch to Kisiadu, who will turn into the area left for Bello, and it's deflected and out.
Still there.
Kanakimana with the left. You want to talk about hot.
Bienveni Kanakimana is feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. No hesitation. First one to react to the shot from Bello being deflected. Left-footed, first-time curler. No goalkeepers making that save. 5 goals in his last 2 matches and 28 minutes.
Loudoun gets a lead. 4 minutes later, Kanakimana scores. Tell me if you've heard this again. Loudoun gets a lead. 4 minutes later, Kanakimana scores, and we're tied at 2s.
Bienveni Kanakimana. Remember the name, folks.
Scored by number 29, Bienveni Kanakimana.
Alvarez, Wild, and this first part of the first half has certainly been that. Conway down, Hawkins. Nelson Martinez. Flick, Wild. 4 white kits around him. Ends up with Atlanta United 2 and Dacus.
Vint able to recover and get a touch and win possession back for Atlanta.
Bello. Hernandez tells him to send it back, and he does to Dacus. Wyke. Guess what? Looks like looked like for a second Kanekimana was going to get there. He laid off. It ends up going to Conway, but Callie Brown was there.
It's okay to get a little excited every time the ball goes down that side of the field right now.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's all right.
That's all right. When you're feeling it, you feed the beast. That's usually how it goes. Gordon Wild. Knocked away by Hernandez.
Excellent work from Jose Hernandez. We've seen him. We've talked about players converting positions. Came here as a left back from the Venezuelan U20 national team. Turned into a very solid central midfielder.
Nicely done there by Bello. Has Kisiadu with him. Finds him. Back and forth. Bello, can he finish? Over the bar. The flag was up.
Loudoun stepped up on that ball from Kisiadu, caught Bello offside. It's taken a little bit of time to see George Bello get comfortable here tonight. First action since early March. Had surgeries, had battled a groin injury for honestly a couple of years now. And he's a player that both Atlanta United 2 and more importantly Atlanta United down the road here in the MLS playoff race really want to see find that form again. Tonight's appearance is a very important step in that process.
And I'll hold off on asking you the Bello report card until we get a full run.
It takes time. We'll talk about it at half.
Yep. Halfway through minute 31, tied at 2s. Loudoun's had a lead twice. Atlanta United 2 has come back twice. Kanekimana has scored twice. Dacus. And Hernandez all the way back to Brendan Moore. Big idea here over Kanekimana. Metcalf can't track it down. Green back and forth with Hawkins. From Bustamante back to Hawkins this time. These three working in their triangle. Nicely defended that time by Kanekimana. So Green will throw. Will Vint tried to intercept, but Hernandez was there. Kisiadu has an opportunity. He's going to set up the left. Nicely defended that time by Loudoun. Bello had an idea. You're going to get a whistle and an opportunity for a set piece just outside the box. And a card is going to go to Loudoun.
Colin Verfurth picks up the card. George Bello, the little touch to the outside to beat Verfurth. Gets into the air to try to avoid as much of that contact as possible. Dangerous free kick here. We've seen Andrew Carlton find the back of the net with these before. George Bello also wants a crack at it.
Callie Brown directing a little bit of traffic. 4 in the wall for Loudoun. Bello with the left, Carlton with the right. Let's see what the idea is here. Kevin Broadley making sure that 10 is 10. A little help from Lawrence White there in the wall. Carlton into the wall.
Carlton can't beat the wall there. Needs to be better on that opportunity.
Brought back in by Hernandez on the throw right at center line. So it's going to go back to Brendan Moore. And what can the Stripes do here as we head to minute 34, tied at 2. Vint and Metcalf. Here comes Loudoun. Nice step over there. Work by Wyke. Finding Bello, who settles. Turns on Presley. Back and forth with Kisiadu. Carlton available. He'll end up with it. What's AC going to do? No call there.
Advantage.
And you get an advantage.
No, actually a foul against Carlton.
Okay.
For getting fouled and falling into a player, he somehow committed a foul.
There you go.
That's a new one. It was a late reaction from Carlton. I think he was fouled initially. Then he goes down to try to get the call. And in that process, he commits a foul. Again, a new one. Haven't seen that before.
Loudoun is being asked to start it all over again, and they do. Hawkins and Martinez. Verfurth looking to work it forward with Sinclair. A couple of ideas were there, and they just had to send it forward. Defended and sent out by Atlanta United too, so it'll be a Loudoun throw halfway through minute 35.
At times, that's all Loudoun has to do. When they're able to get Gordon Wild making runs into the channels, playing off of Murphy, it's very difficult for Atlanta to pick everyone up.
And a whistle there on a foul. Nelson Martinez looking to start things back up again. And does with Bustamante center circle. Alvarez tried to get Kyle Murphy going. We haven't mentioned Kyle Murphy's name a whole lot tonight. Kanekimana, we've mentioned his name a lot tonight. Sending it forward, looking for Conway. A lot of tug there on the jersey.
Late decision. The AR helps broadly out, puts the flag up for the foul.
It's on Verfurth. Let's take a peek.
Looked like Verfurth had a hold of Conway's jersey, and that's what gets the call. A little bit of the forearm in the back. It's smart from Verfurth. He's trying to hide it. He's trying to keep it away from the referee's eyes. The AR, though, had a better angle, better line of sight.
Bit of an up and under.
Yeah, he sees that arm bar. Center backs have to be sneaky sometimes.
Two-man wall for Loudoun. Let's see what Jack Metcalf has in mind. Into the area, back post. It's down, sent forward, deflected, hit a couple of different individuals, and it looks like Presley's going to come out with it. But nicely defended by Atlanta United 2 to keep possession.
Wyke ultimately had the shot that was blocked, and then he wins possession back.
Good turn by Will Vint. Wyke will calm things down a little bit. Here's Dacus. Here's Vint again. Kanekimana. Metcalf will have to track it down. He does. And all the way back to Brendan Moore.
We talked about Antonio Bustamante's first professional goal. Will Vint did the same thing last week and carried North Carolina, part of that comeback attempt for Atlanta United too.
Dacus back to Moore. And Wyke. Nothing there with Metcalf, so it'll go back to Moore again, who just has to send it forward with the left. Conway chasing. Verfurth is there. Callie Brown just has to put a foot into it since he's outside the 18. Kisiadu comes down with it. Metcalf in the back and forth.
Brilliant touch from Kisiadu.
Carlton wants to turn. He wants to launch with the left. Callie Brown punches it clear, but Bellows there. Tries to work it in, into the middle. Hit sent away inside the 6, and it looks like it's going to be another Creature Comforts corner kick.
Andrew Carlton, nice shake and shimmy at the top of the 18 to create space for his left foot. Doesn't have the power behind it to beat Callie Brown, who pushes it away, pushes it wide, which is a good first step. But George Bello pounces on it as Loudoun gets pinned into their own defensive third.
Kanekimana right on Callie Brown, sent in with the right into the area, headed clear.
Verfurth goes up to win that header.
Bello. Hernandez. Carlton. And all the way through for goal kick. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world since 1947. Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Stripes have it again. Andrew Carlton looking to spring. Looks like Kanekimana looking for a third. Callie Brown will get there first.
Slightly heavy touch from Kanekimana has moved over to the left side. Verfurth gets enough of his body on him to shield him away so Callie Brown can grab it.
Picked off. Hernandez, nicely done there. Kanekimana coming in, sets up and over the bar.
Conway says it took a deflection. It's nice work from Kanekimana to lay that off for Jackson Conway. Left-footed layoff. Could have taken a deflection off of Hawkins.
Looked
a
like
slight one if it did.
Yeah, it looked like the ball changed direction. But Atlanta United 2 comes down with it. Metcalf here. Late minute 40. Working his way all the way through center circle. Give to Bello. Nice give and go work there. Carlton. Kissiadou. Looking to drive on Green. All the way back to Lawrence Wyke. Vint is there close range. It'll go back to Dacus. Kanekimana. Bello. Dribbles out of trouble nicely. Dacus
Nice
does
touch
the
from
same.
Dacus.
Nicely done. Carlton. Conway tried to get through Verfurth that time. It ends up with Callie Brown instead.
Just a little heavy from Carlton. Those are the types of passes you want to see Andrew Carlton looking for.
Hernandez pressing. Callie Brown just has to send it forward with the left. Vint chasing, gets there first. Metcalf.
The more Atlanta United 2 has the ball, the more rattled Loudoun is getting.
White tried to force one, but Carlton ends up with it after the deflection up from Bustamante. Bello.
Little left to right action on that ball from Carlton.
Step over. Bello will send it in with the right on the ground. Callie Brown there easily.
Not cleanly struck from George Bello as he cuts in to the right foot.
Hawkins, Bustamante, Alvarez, Gordon Wild can't get there. Celebrating its 10th episode, U.S. soccer legend Landon Donovan and USL San Diego co-owner Warren Smith join Kelsey Steele and Steal Some Time, hosted by Kelsey and Scott Stewart. Get insight on USL's newest club while catching up on all the latest around the league. Listen on your favorite podcast platform. Subscribe today and steal some time. Vint will settle. Bello is there. Minute 43. 2 Loudoun leads, 2 Atlanta United, 2 comebacks, 2 goals from Kanekimana and a whistle.
What a touch from Andrew Carlton. Gordon Wild had no idea where Andrew Carlton had played that. Just grabbed him to make sure he was going to be okay.
I've seen a lot of different guys who are quite confident this evening with their activity and their action around the ball.
Well, Loudoun came in playing with a lot of confidence because they were getting more of the ball, and it was through Martinez and Bustamante. Completely comfortable spraying passes around, but as Atlanta's grabbed control of the match, you're seeing Kanekimana go for back heels. You're seeing flicks from Andrew Carlton. You're seeing that flair come out, and when the team is playing in that manner, they're feeling it. They're feeling confident, and it's something we haven't seen enough of from Atlanta United 2 this season.
All the way back to Callie Brown. Kissiadou chasing. Brown gets rid of it. Carlton is there. A lot of space for Will Vint. Metcalf coming in and around, sends it in with the right into the area, headed up by Hawkins. Brought down by Alvarez. Let's see what Loudoun can do. There's going to be a whistle there on Carlton and or Hernandez for the takedown of Bustamante.
Harry Hawkins so often in the right position in the back. Been really impressed with him.
Oh, easy giveaway there. Jackson Conway tries to set it up with the right, and it's wide.
Bustamante avoids a card because advantage was played. It's a bad giveaway from him. He grabs Conway's shorts. Conway fights through it. Takes the shot. It's a good opportunity for Conway. Pushes it wide. Bustamante just gets a talking to. Some forwards would go down in that situation when he gets grabbed.
Sinclair. Up and over looking for Presley on the overlap. Is there enough on it? Yes, there is. It goes into the area, chested down nicely by Wyke.
This time it's Hernandez with the flick around trouble. Couldn't get on the end of it, though.
Loudoun trying to work on Bello. Nice turn by Wild. Slid out of the way. That was Kanekimana. Bello comes back for backup, and it's a throw for Loudoun.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has added 2 minutes.
2 minutes added here to the first 45 and another whistle.
Sloppy defending from Atlanta gives Loudoun an opportunity.
Dacus was
going to be brought back.
Having a discussion with Kevin Broadley, and that's why it was being brought back.
Loudoun tried to take advantage and play that quickly, but it was obvious that Broadley was not ready for that play to start.
So Gordon Wild will take. Andrew Carlton loitering for a little while so Atlanta United 2 can get set up.
Extra ball thrown on the field, having flashbacks to Bank of California Stadium.
There's your whistle. Gordon Wild will send it in with the left, a lot on it. Moore is there.
Confident from Brendan Moore. Hawkins was lurking on the back post.
So Brendan Moore will slow things down after trying to process a couple of different ideas. Metcalf and Wyke. And Dacus. Bello. And all the way back. Cycled through again. Big switch with the left there, and Kisiadu will leave for Metcalf. Kisiadu will turn. Hernandez thought about it, and he'll drift to Bello. Bello stops, start on Presley. Presley, nice poke. Bello trying to turn to get out of trouble. Tries to flick it forward. Bodies hit the deck, so what's going on here? Presley's down. Bello is down.
Bello lunged in at the end. The ball had stayed in. Broadley was in the process of blowing the final whistle for the half. And as you see that happening, he thought the ball was going out there. It actually stayed in. Bello lunges in, got the ball.
And so that'll do it for the first 45 minutes. 4 goals on the board, 2 goals from one individual. Bienveni Kanekimana continues his hot streak. It was 2-1, then all of a sudden it was 2-2. 4 goals in the first 45 minutes. Fantastic touch right there. We'll let you know what else is going on here in the USL Championship on ESPN+. 2s at the break.
I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. First 45 plus in the books, and we'll get to the highlights in just a little while. Brought to us by the number 2 was the first half, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the USL Championship and USL League One. Here's a peek at what to expect on the ESPN platforms coming up in just a little bit, and a story out of League One about one of the storied franchises in all of U.S. soccer.
Distance on the way and in! Goal, Las Vegas Lights! And Taylor with a beautiful strike. Are you kidding? It will go for goal! Oh my goodness!
Forward here. I feel like we're close, but it's all about the process. Make sure you're doing the little things right.
It's part of the community. I think it's not a mistake that you drive anywhere in the city and you'll see the Red Kickers K. I was certainly honored to play for the club and understand it's just a part of the city.
We're the longest continuously run professional soccer team in the country, which is pretty cool. We have Charleston Battery beat by one day. We played on a Friday night in '93. They played on a Saturday. We take great pride in that.
There's a really good structure in place, and there has been a really good structure in place for a long time now, even from when I was back here as a youth player. The coaching staff, the culture, the way things are done at the Kickers is at the highest level. Everyone's committed, everyone's 100% in.
We have a really strong locker room, and everybody really wants to do well for the club, and they believe in me and believe in the club and respect the history that we have as a club. So it's been a lot of fun so far, just kind of getting this group together.
Just a part of the story here when it comes to the USL, whether it's Championship, League One, or League Two. And Jason with the action tied here at 2, Atlanta United 2, Loudoun United FC. There's a lot of other stuff going on around the USL Championship. There were league meetings this past week, and there were some things that were decided.
Lots of news dropped on us this week. One, Richmond Kickers will be battling for the USL League One final. They'll be battling to appear in that. We've seen a rebrand in the way the postseasons will be named. It's the USL Championship final, the USL League One final, and this weekend we'll see the USL League Two final. You also had some news come out on the Academy and the Academy League and how those rosters are going to be made up. You're not going to see a number of different age group teams. You're going to see a youth team. It's a little bit different approach. It's something that we've seen in other countries. USL's Academy League will be using that. In the Eastern Conference last weekend, we talked about it in our last match, how Tampa Bay was starting to separate themselves a little bit. Well, New York Red Bulls, too, said not so fast, and they get a big win over the Rowdies to cut into that lead at the top of the East.
I feel like I should have a Ticonderoga #2 pencil and sit here and go, not so fast, my friend. Here's take a look at the top 10 in the Eastern Conference, and that margin from 1 and 2 is only 2.
It was a much-needed win for Red Bulls, too. They cut that margin to 2. Both teams on 12 wins this season. But Indy 11 and North Carolina FC not that far off the pace on 37 points. Indy 11 has a couple of matches in hand as well. We'll see what they can do with it. When you look towards the bottom, you see a face come in St. Louis FC that had been near the top early this year, went through a very rough stretch as they were battling deep into the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. But now they're back in that number 10 spot.
So when you look at North Carolina FC, you get to focus on the Player of the Week, and it's Weavin' Steven who gets Player of the Week honors this time.
Stephen Miller with a big night last week in Cary against Atlanta United, too. Earns him Player of the Week honors, and I'm going to take a wild guess. He's in the Team of the Week as well.
Let's take a peek. There he is, right there in the middle of things. Birmingham Legion represented as well here in the Eastern Conference. Jurgensen from Red Bulls, too, and also Alan Wynn from Nashville, Restrepo, a lot of names there in that 11.
Antonio Bustamante, who we're seeing on the field here tonight at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. A very strong USL Team of the Week, very competitive to get in that group.
That is what it looks like from the Team of the Week here in the USL Championship. When we come back, we'll take a peek at the first half highlight stats and anything else that comes across our desk as we get you ready for the second 45 minutes here from Fifth Third Bank Stadium. You're watching the USL Championship in Atlanta United 2 on ESPN+. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Kennesaw, getting you ready for the second 45 minutes. And as we mentioned, it's been brought to you by the #2. And as we take a peek at the highlights, I will readily admit that my facial contortions because of the excitement of the first half don't quite translate to television, but here we go.
Gordon Wild gets things started. Miscommunication with Wesley Dacus and Brendan Moore. Wild gets a poke, beats Moore through his legs, and opens things up for Loudoun. Atlanta, Bienveni Kanakimana, it's almost exactly like his first goal for the club. Gets the goalkeeper leaning, beats him at the near post, but it's his speed getting in behind that there just aren't many defenses who can deal with it.
And then you get the own goal.
Another bit of miscommunication with Moore and Dacus. Moore was a little too slow to take charge of that situation.
There's Presley, the deflection, and there's your defensive stop by Dacus there that kept the score where it was. And then you get other stuff.
You get a rocket straight out of Burundi. Bienveni Kanakimana rips it first time with the left foot from about 19 yards out.
And that's how we end up at 2s here at the end of the first 45 minutes. Here's some numbers. What else sticks up to mind when you look at the first half stats and everything else that you've dug up?
The number here that'll grab your attention is 14 shots from Atlanta United 2. 4 on target for each team, but 14 shots. It is a very aggressive approach from Atlanta United 2, something that we haven't seen on a regular basis this season. At times they've been pinned in deep. At times when they've given up goals like they have tonight on some sloppy defending, they have a problem finding their footing quickly. That has not been the case tonight. Very aggressive, really commanding the match, something that young teams at times can struggle to do. You have 2 young teams tonight, and it's been Atlanta that's had the better of the play.
And one of the fun things to see is that when they're feeling it, and that's probably the best way to phrase it, is when you're feeling it, when you're in that groove, there's that fearless element that's been attached to Atlanta United 2 at times here in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, when you're feeling it like that, and you're just confident, and you're just comfortable in trying stuff. And we've seen Andrew Carlton do it. We've seen Kanakimana do it. We've seen Kissia do it. All players who have that type of ability, and they're going to have to continue to play in that manner if they want to find 3 points tonight.
And we looked at the starting 11s and trying to get a peek as to what the second 45 minutes may hold for Atlanta United 2. And it looks like there's going to be one substitution coming in here to start the second half. And it looks like it's going to be only 45 minutes, but for George Bello, the first 45 minutes back.
Yeah, that's a prescribed 45 minutes. You'd love to see him get more time. He's not ready for that yet, and there's no need to rush it. He had a very good 45 minutes. He grew into it, created chances as the half went on, defended well, and it's another return tonight with Tyler Ruthven coming back into the team for the second half.
Tyler Ruthven coming in. It's good to see Tyler coming back and be a part of things. 4 matches played coming into the long injury absence that was there. Only 260 minutes in those 4 matches, and then having to rehab from that moment forward. Definitely good to see Tyler at the back. So for those of you who are working your 11s as we are, it is 2 replacing 21 here for the second 45 minutes.
The average age on the field for Atlanta just went up by a little bit. Little bit. No offense, Tyler. Tyler moves into the back line as a center back, and you're seeing a little bit of a shift. White will move over to right back. Jack Metcalf comes across to left back. It's Jack Metcalf who is able to make room for so many changes that Stephen Glass wants to make, and so many changes that the technical staff for the first team needs to see. You know you have to get Bello 45 minutes. You know you want to get Ruthven back on the field. It's Metcalf who can play in the back on either side. He can play in the midfield. He can play out wide. He can do whatever.
First opportunity for Kanakimana. Can he get his third? Deflected. Nicely saved that time by Callie Brown, but Kissiadu will hang on to it.
Somehow Kanakimana gets by and gets a shot off. Big save from Brown.
Hit the afterburners there for the Jets as he was chasing after his third of the evening. And nothing like getting the first 30 seconds of the second half wound up already as the match is tied at 2, and it was almost a third for Kanakimana. Big push there and a whistle. Looks like they're going to call a foul, and Vint gets a yellow.
Yes.
So Vint gets a yellow here in minute number 46 to go with the yellow that White got back in minute number 11. And here's another look.
Will Vent picks up a yellow. A little bit of a heavy touch goes in very strong on Murphy.
You'd mentioned the average age of the 11 that's out there for Atlanta United 2 right now. Last time out of the blocks against North Carolina, by a full half a year, the average age of the group that was out there playing in the triangle, 19.4. 6 years younger on average than the opponent. But traditionally this year, on average, if the math was done, it looks like it's just about 21 and a half years old when it comes to the starting groups, and just tipped wide by Moore. Big save there. Good work by Brendan Moore, so it's going to be a corner, and Loudoun wants to do it quickly.
Massive save from Moore as Atlanta falls asleep a little bit defensively.
Scoop inside the area and just sent clear. So Atlanta United 2 has the opportunity to regroup a little bit.
Good defending from Jackson Conway.
Sent in with the right. Moore wanted to punch, but Tyler Ruthven got there first, sent it over, so it'll be another corner for Loudoun.
Too many situations like that in the back tonight with Brendan Moore not taking charge. Not sure if the communication is off, if he's not loud enough. But way too many times it appears that he's calling for it and the defenders are not hearing him.
Wild with the left into the area, and there's Moore. Tried to find a quick outlet. Sinclair gets in the way, so Moore will just hang on to it for a little while longer, but now there's your release. And Wyke, as Atlanta United 2, will go from left to right on your screen here in the second 45 minutes in their white and peach. And Loudoun in their black kits will be working their way from right to left. All the way back to Brendan Moore. Pressure there by Kyle Murphy. Ruthven tried to find Carlton. Settled down. AC will end up with it center circle. And he hits Kissiadou before it ends up with Metcalf on the wing. Sent in with the right. Headed out easily that time. Once again, Harry Hawkins. It'll be an Atlanta United 2 throw.
Harry Hawkins has won everything in the air tonight for Loudoun.
And they'll try it again. Dacus. Vint. Ruthven looking to work with the right. And Callie Brown will grab on.
Good look from Tyler Ruthven trying to hit Jose Hernandez on the break.
Once again, alongside Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so this evening, large device or small, here on the network on ESPN+. Presley ends up with it, poked back. Kanakimanis, and he gets past Presley in a heartbeat. Drifted back to Kissiadou, thought about it with the right. Wyke with the left. Up and over Callie Brown. I thought Callie Brown might have gotten a piece of it.
Brown pulls his hands down right before that ball gets there. A little risky from Brown. That had some heat on it.
Yeah. So as we get ready for the second 45, I know that you had some thoughts in your mind. What is on your mind for the second half?
Atlanta United 2, you're looking to continue to build on how you finished the first half. You want to maintain control of this match, and you also want to start overloading the flanks. When Atlanta's been able to do that, they've created some nice 2v1 situations. They've got to be better defensively, though, and Ruthven should bring some experience there. Loudoun's got to get their outside backs forward. We haven't seen Presley get forward very much. He's on the ball now. And they can get a little more direct at times when they get that line of four up top.
Martinez and Bustamante in the middle. Nice slide tackle to get the ball away. Carlton was there. He lost possession. And a whistle on AC. And a card for AC.
Heavy touch from Carlton, and he goes in showing studs. Take another look at the foul from Carlton. It's a heavy touch on the turn. He just goes in very sloppy with a straight leg extended, showing his studs on Gordon Wild.
First substitution for Loudoun. Carlos Alvarez is done after 51 minutes. John Murphy will come in for him. So 32 in for 7 for Loudoun, their first substitution.
Two recent additions to the Loudoun United roster. Murphy last season was on an academy deal with the New York Red Bulls too. This is his second appearance for Loudoun United. Prior to that, he spent time in the Red Bulls Academy. He was also with the PDA Youth Club in Pennsylvania.
Wild, scoop, headed up. Kisiadu tries to get rid of it. Wanted a handball call, nothing there. Headed up and over, and it looks like it last touched Tyler Ruthven, and it'll be a corner for Loudoun.
Ruthven with a very slight header to take it away from Orlando Sinclair.
So Gordon Wyke on this one. In with the left. Headed down. It's Carlton, but it's cleared. Loudoun comes back very, very quickly. Good defending there by Kisiadu, and Moore will grab onto it.
Carlton in space.
Quick outlet. 3 on 4. Heavy touch that time for Carlton, trying to keep it for himself. Nelson Martinez was there.
Nelson Martinez just waited that one out. Good defending from the teenager.
Good touch from Stephen Glass there.
Oh, we know Glassy still got that first touch.
So Wyke will come in with the throw here, minute 54. Ruthven. Good step over and control by Dacus there with Metcalf. Big switch. Headed down, Carlton looking for Conway, leaves it for AC, but Loudoun gets there. Bodies hitting the turf, sliding, trying to gain possession. Kisiadu ends up with it. Metcalf tries to settle things down. Kisiadu in the middle again. Back and forth with Carlton, turnover. Moore gets there first. Nicely done to control the situation. Will Vint now. Bustamante with token pressure, sent forward. Here's Conway. Ends up with it again after the deflection. Nicely done to keep control there. Carlton, scoop, Callie Brown.
Good vision from Carlton. Ball just slightly overhit as he tries to pick out Kisiadu.
Nicely done there by Hernandez and by Captain Jack to get the ball back for Atlanta United 2. So it goes to Brendan Moore, and they'll try to do it again with Ruthven. Metcalf. Not enough on it. Kanakimana had the idea.
Verfurth had to get it right. He gets a good touch. Read it well.
Bustamante loses possession. Here's Carlton again. Big turn, slip there. Loudoun work with the right and saved Callie Brown.
Callie Brown at full extension to keep that one out.
Creature Comforts corner kick coming for Atlanta United 2. Get updates and alerts all year long by following the Stripes on ESPN.com. Search for Atlanta United 2, then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Get reminders on the Stripes' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club.
Jack Metcalf will hit this one as an outswinger away from Brown's goal.
Kanakimana marked by Martinez at the near post, sent into the area, easy grab for Callie Brown.
Not far enough away from Brown's goal.
Other action going on right now in the Eastern Conference. There is one match that is a 10 o'clock start. We'll give you those scores in just a sec.
Nice tackle from Vent, but Loudoun with another opportunity.
Ottawa and Birmingham goalless in the 84th. And then the other match going on started at the same time. Red Bulls 2 leading St. Louis 1-0, 84th minute.
Big one for Red Bulls too if they can keep 3 points there. At least temporarily jump the Tampa Bay Rowdies for the top spot in the Eastern Conference.
Real Monarchs and Colorado Springs set for 10 o'clock Eastern time. That's the match in the West. Loudoun driving. Nicely done with the right. Too much on it, just over the bar. Gordon Wild.
Gordon Wild thought about hitting that first one from about 35 yards out with his left foot. We've seen him score from there before. Decides to carry it in a little bit further and gets a good right-footed effort off. Can't keep it under the crossbar, though.
Minute 58, tied at 2. Loudoun had goals at 1-0. They had a lead. They had a lead at 2-1. So Atlanta United 2 has come back twice. They're trying to go for goal number 3 here. Nicely done there to defend, and here comes Will Vent.
Big tackle. Big tackle there from Lawrence Wyke. Now Atlanta with an opportunity.
Kisiadu has help to left and right. Conway and Kanakimana. Too heavy a touch.
Even he's not fast enough to get on the end of that one. Kisiadu gets the defense leaning one way and slips it through a couple defenders to pick out Kanakimana. Match is wide open at the moment.
Bustamante. Murphy. And all the way back. Working it into the middle of things is John Murphy, 32. Big whistle and a foul. There goes into the pocket.
Has to be a yellow card there. Murphy, even though it's his first foul, and he's yelling at Verfurth for the ball into him. Murphy goes in very hard and a little high on Jose Hernandez as we take another look.
Hernandez is staying down.
Hernandez holding his right leg.
Pulled down the shin guard, looking at the calf. Physio is out.
Murphy, new to the team. You've seen a little bit of a remake here with Loudoun United as Richie Williams stepped away a couple of months ago now. And you're seeing new faces come in as you get midstream. You see some of the issues that the team's had. You're trying to play a lot of academy players, but you're trying to find some pieces to fill in as well. Murphy's one of those coming over from the Red Bulls organization.
Take another peek.
It's a heavy touch as he turns, and then he just goes in. He doesn't connect with the studs up portion. I think he connected more with his shin, but it's very reckless, and it's an easy yellow card. No hesitation on it.
So Jack Metcalf tried to get things restarted quickly. Too quickly for Kevin Broadley's liking, so they'll try it again. Take his top of the box. Metcalf keeps it with a grounder, and Kanakimana into the middle. Carlton. Shimmy, shake, and step over. Chip with the right into the area, cleared.
This is where Atlanta has to defend because Loudoun's able to create a 3v3 pretty quickly.
Kyle Murphy held up. Back to Presley.
It's good hustle from Kisiadu to force that ball back. Atlanta can reset a bit.
Gordon Wild. Halfway through minute 61. Martinez and Bustamante in the middle. Hawkins and over to Jacob Green. A lot of room for Green to work with. Into Murphy. Nicely knocked away by Lawrence Wyke.
Lawrence Wyke takes it away and starts the counterattack himself. Tries to pick out Conway, gives it away.
Not enough on it. And there's Harry Hawkins again with Green. That's going to go back to Atlanta United 2.
White's had a couple of poor performances in recent weeks, but tonight looks like the Lawrence White that grabbed our attention early in the season. A big surprise coming in from Furman University, a player who didn't really know much about when he stepped foot on the field here. Got a great right foot. He scored a couple of goals this season. Great passer, gets stuck into a tackle too.
Good work out of trouble by Andrew Carlton. A lot of space for Metcalf. Kissiadou. And the flag's up.
Multiple times tonight, Atlanta just a little late on playing that ball in and guys getting caught offside.
You talk about the game being wide open. Gordon Wild, Hernandez.
Gordon Wild's had a couple of those tonight from his former teammates. Andrew Carlton got him a little bit ago. This time Hernandez gets him. Take another look as Wild breaks in. Good move from him and a really nasty tackle from Jose Hernandez. Another easy decision on the card.
Fourth yellow for Atlanta United 2. Lawrence White back in the 11th. Will Vint in the 40s. Then you also had Andrew Carlton getting his in the 51st. Now Jose Hernandez 11 minutes later. Two yellows on the flip side for Loudoun, John Murphy a couple of minutes ago, and then back in the 32nd, Colin Verford. Wild setting up, Kissiadou and Carlton. Carlton moving a little to his left to keep an eye on Bustamante. Back post, headed over the bar.
Moore just a little late off his line again. Loudoun United able to win that ball initially out of the air.
Big pressure. Moore's got to get rid of it. Ruthven chips with the left, not out of trouble. Easy opportunity for Wild if he can change it. Left foot wide.
Atlanta United 2 wants to play out of the back. They want to build up play. When you're able to draw that many attackers in, if you beat them, you have a chance to go the other way. But when you don't, you get these opportunities. Gordon Wild with a great one there, pushes it wide.
Field's tilted a little bit toward Loudoun here.
Last 10 minutes or so, Loudoun's really come into this match.
Center circle, Carlton.
What a ball.
The middle, Kissiadou. Can he shut the door? Callie Brown.
Callie Brown with a kick save. What a ball from Andrew Carlton to play Laurent Kissiadou in. Kissiadou gets Brown leaning, but he's able to get the right boot out and push it wide. Throw for Atlanta.
Metcalf back and forth with Kissiadou. Another chance for Kissiadou, but he slipped on the ball itself. Wild tries to get out of traffic, and he does. Bustamante now.
What a turn from Bustamante to break pressure.
Wild. Murphy wanted a call, didn't get it. So Gordon Wild will regroup. Bustamante's there.
Dacus knocked Kyle Murphy down as he was trying to break.
Martinez, Bustamante. Presley. With the left, headed clear. Tracking it down was John Murphy, but Conway got there first, doubling back. Wyke and Kissiadou.
Jackson Conway so comfortable doing that type of work. Drops in, wins the ball, has to hold it up against two defenders. Able to pick out a pass.
Carlton called for it from Wyke. Wyke had too much power on it, so it'll be a Loudoun throw here near center line here in minute 66. Work from Loudoun. Presley. Gordon Wild. They're going to call a foul there on the step over on Dacus. Tried to work his way around the corner. Substitutions coming in.
Take another look at that foul real quick. Gordon Wild cuts it back. nice bit of creativity from Wild to get Dacus committed. Earns a free kick out on the touchline.
Atlanta United sub coming in. Looks like it's going to be Luis Fernando coming in for Laurent Kisiadou. So Kisiadou's evening ends after 67 minutes.
Great opportunity there with his final touch. Kisiadou 1v1 with Callie Brown. Brown's better this time around. See if Luis Fernando can bring a spark to Atlanta's attack.
So Gordon Wild. Gordon Wild will set things up. And this may be Wild's last touch. Sends it in, back post, headed clear. Presley will come down with it. Tries to get past Ruthven. It's going to be.
It's a good tackle from Ruthven. He plays it out. It's a good corner kick for Loudoun, and Gordon Wild jogs over to take it.
Yep. Gordon Wild keeping himself out there, because it looks like the substitution is going to be for Wild at the first opportunity. Low with the left, cleared easily. And
sources are telling us that Gordon Wild will be coming out right here.
There you go. Elvis Amo coming in here in the 68th, and that'll be it for Gordon Wild. Gordon Wild gets the goal in the 15th minute to put Loudoun up 1-0.
Wild also earned a number of free kicks for Loudoun United and a couple of cards as well. Elvis Amo, 27 years old, born in Ghana. He's played in a number of different places in the world, but he's spent a lot of time in the D.C. area. Returns to the club after playing for D.C.'s U23 program in previous years. Came in last week in his debut with Loudoun United, scored a goal and was involved in creating another one.
Kanekimana tried to backtrack with the pass. Amo with the pressure. Ruthven and Wyke.
It's going to look much more like two up top for Loudoun now with Amo and Murphy.
Martinez on Carlton, but it's going to stick with the stripes. Luis Fernando. And the chance was there, trying to work it into the area, and it looks like it's going to stick with Atlanta United 2 for another Creature Comforts corner kick.
Fernando and Wyke create down that right side for Atlanta. Wyke's cross is cut out, but it does create the corner kick here for Jack Metcalf.
Into the area, headed clear by John Murphy.
Vint with a giveaway.
Nicely done to try to slow things down, but it's going to stick with Loudoun. Nicely done once again to backtrack and get out of the jam as Atlanta United 2.
Vint tried to beat a couple defenders with one ball. It's not enough quality there, but Tyler Ruthven bails him out.
Dacus and Kanekimana looking for the hat trick, right through. Three goals on the board for Atlanta United 2, all by the same guy. Hat trick, Kanekimana, the stripes with the lead in the 71st.
Look, sometimes you just keep it easy. Wesley Dacus just gives a ball in there for Kanekimana and says, go get it. Bienveni Kanekimana runs past everybody. Callie Brown comes out, unable to get down quick enough. Kanekimana slots it past him. First professional hat trick for Bienveni Kanekimana, and
Strut,
Atlanta leads 3-2.
Strut, young man, strut. You've earned it this evening.
Still work to do.
Goal in the 19th, tied it at 1. Goal in the 28th, tied it at 2. Goal in the 71st gives the Stripes the lead. 20 minutes to go. How do the Stripes handle the lead here? Bustamante. Presley up and over, kept in. Vint, touched by Loudoun. Carlton tries to swat and clear.
Carlton was trying to spring Kanekimana. He's trying to take that out of the air and hit the volley to play Kanekimana in again.
Murphy and Green. Sinclair. Sinclair once again on the ground. A Mo and a foul.
Carlton dives in to win that. Mo gets the touch, tries to go over top of him. Foul gets called. Just a little sloppy there from Carlton. He doesn't make any contact with Mo, but if Mo doesn't go flying through the air, he will.
Substitution for Atlanta United 2. Will Vint's evening is over after 73. Will Riley comes in.
Riley, someone we've been seeing more lately for Atlanta United too. Strong presence when he's come into matches. We've seen him organizing the players around him, and for an academy player coming in, that usually doesn't happen. Good performance from Vint, especially in the first half. Looked to be running out of gas a little bit as this one went on. Played at a pretty high pace tonight.
Sinclair by himself. Three-man wall for Atlanta United 2. Sent in with the right.
Moore with a save. It's a bomb from Sinclair from distance.
So it's going to be a corner, and it's going to be John Murphy who's going to take it with Gordon Wild out. Here's another peek.
Full stretch. Moore gets enough of it to push it wide.
John Murphy low, tries to get it into the area. Brendan Moore's going to pounce on it or not. Still there, deflected, and it was Bustamante who tried to launch it after the initial deflection and clear. A lot of action inside the 6.
Wesley Dacus with the important block on Bustamante at the end of that. John Murphy will take this one again.
Into the area, headed down. Luis Fernando wants to turn. Spring Carlton, and he can't. Blocked and deflected again. Closing in on it. A lot of action on that one from Murphy, and it just missed the post.
John Murphy tries to beat Brendan Moore to the far side. Moore probably had it covered, but Murphy did not miss by much. Luis Fernando with a risky ball out of the back gives Loudoun United another crack at it.
Outside of the right, had the action on it, turned it into a bit of a screwball that had it leaning toward the far post as he kicked it. Just missed it. Chance for Atlanta United 2 here. They're going to let that go.
Jacob Green unable to hold off Luis Fernando.
Fernando into the middle looking for Carlton for the chip, and Callie Brown is there.
Andrew Carlton so close on so many of those types of opportunities, trying to create a chance for Luis Fernando. Pass is just slightly too heavy.
I'm going to get a whistle on Loudoun here, halfway through minute 76, and another substitution for Loudoun. And it's going to be the end of the evening for Jacob Green.
Jacob Green, the teenager, making his second appearance. Had a lot to deal with Kanekimana at times in the first half. And this is Loudoun United going for it. Christian Sorto comes in. Sorto had 2 goals against Atlanta United 2 in their earlier meeting this season. That was his debut.
Settled down, Carlton looking to chase. He does. Metcalf. Big switch. Nicely done there by Wyke. But Loudoun will get there. Stephen Glass wanted a call, didn't get it, and here comes Elvis Amo. Amo looking to drive. Step overs. Nicely defended.
Dacus with a big clear.
And a foul.
Can't find it, but he commits the foul.
Martinez sends it into John Murphy. Verfurth and Presley. Sinclair tries to get around Jose Hernandez and does. Murphy again. And Sinclair again. Presley on the wing. Cuts it in with the right into the area and deflected and just missed.
Dacus tries to clear that away. Gets through him. More scrambling to make sure the back post is covered. Corner for Loudoun.
So Murphy will launch again. Andrew Carlton is down. Physios are out to take a peek at AC.
Andrew Carlton, as much as anything, giving his team an opportunity to get reset a little bit. Things can be difficult sometimes for young teams when the situation in the match changes. And Atlanta United 2 has went from chasing equalizers to now trying to hold a lead. It's a very different mindset, and they have to wrap their heads around it here.
AC is going to take the walk. No more substitutions available for Atlanta United 2. Remember, George Bello went out at the beginning of the second half for Tyler Ruthven. Luis Fernando came in for Kisiadu in the 67th. And Will Riley came in about 5 minutes ago for Will Vint. So this is what Atlanta United 2 has for the rest of it when you're looking at another 12 minutes or so.
John Murphy on the far side will take this.
Into the area, missed everybody.
Wyke at the back post. Enough of a presence to keep Loudoun United from getting anything on it.
Get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Atlanta United 2, then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Get reminders on the Stripes' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. The whistle there on a foul.
Carlton offside.
All the way back to Callie Brown. Verfurth back and forth. Looking to Presley over his shoulder. Too much. As we talked about at the half, fans of the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, the USL Academy. It allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy.
Turn and foul. Kanakimana brought down. Take another look. Flicked on from Conway with that hold-up play again.
Sinclair
just holds Kanakimana to prevent him from getting out on the run. Smart move.
Metcalf to Ruthven. Amo is chasing, and a foul.
It's that veteran experience from Tyler Ruthven. Feels the contact from the attacker. Not really in a great spot, so he takes the foul.
The second welcome back tonight for Atlanta United 2. The first being George Bello, playing the first 45.
Ruthven coming in for Atlanta United 2 last season's a lot like some of the moves Loudoun United's made, bringing local players back to give those ties to the community.
Metcalf and Carlton. Dangerous idea. Stripes keep a hold of it, though. Flick there by Metcalf. Presley hits the deck. Back and forth with Sinclair, too much. Riley gets into the play. AC chip into the area looking for Riley. Carleton can't keep possession of it, so it's going to go to Loudoun.
Carleton was trying to cut that back a little bit more. Riley tried to make something out of it. And then Andrew unable to keep it in along the touchline.
Bustamante and over. Back to Callie Brown. Metcalf the header. Amo and ball. Amo wondering what he did wrong. Whistle's there, so it's going to go with Atlanta United 2. As we turn minute 83, Dacus. Wyke. Luis Fernando. And he'll send it back. Worked around the horn, Dacus. Big touch to Carleton, who'll settle, just tries to find somebody, and he does in Lawrence Wyke.
That's great work from Andrew Carleton.
Wyke, a lot of sprint and a lot of room inside the 6, defended well, and it's sent away by Loudoun one more time. And they're going to call Ruthven for that on Kyle Murphy.
Foul in Loudoun's half, breaks up the play. Smart from Ruthven. Go back to that heavy touch from Carleton. He takes a big touch backwards to pull players with him and then changes the point of attack and picks out Wyke. Carleton utilizes space really well when he has the ball. You want to see a little bit more from him off the ball at times. A little more movement from him to make himself available for chances.
Sinclair looking for Martinez too much. And it's going to stick with Loudoun. Last touch by Luis Fernando, they say. Halfway through minute 84. Hat trick, Kanakimana. Gives Atlanta United 2 the 3-2 lead. The third goal was in the 71st. So the Stripes have had a lead for 12 minutes. Verfurth all the way back to Callie Brown. Hawkins and Verfurth. Bustamante looking to turn, gives to Murphy, and returns to Bustamante. Presley on the overlap, tries to slide and keep it. It's going to be a corner for Loudoun.
Bustamante plays Presley in, and he knows he can't get there and do much with it, but Presley does not give up on the play. Gets a touch, plays it off of Dacus, and gives Loudoun another chance.
Murphy in with the right, back post, headed down. Moore is there. Sinclair had a chance, couldn't quite grab a hold of it and get it past Brendan Moore, so Moore ends up with it, and here's Lawrence Wyke.
Kyle Murphy headed that down to give Sinclair an opportunity. Didn't get much on it. Brendan Moore with the easy save.
Back to Moore, and Moore sends it forward again. Players in pursuit for Atlanta United 2, but it ends up with Callie Brown. Loudoun getting a lot of touches in. John Murphy.
Good pressure from Jose Hernandez, forces Loudoun backwards.
Sorto tries to get something done with it. It's going to last be touched.
Goal kick. It's a foul, actually, on Kyle Murphy there at the end. He might let that go for the goal kick. Now he's going to call the foul.
Okay.
Murphy slides in, trying to keep it, goes through the defender.
Heading toward minute 87. Atlanta United 2. 3-2 lead. Brendan Moore sends it forward with the left. Hawkins was there. Sorto, Amo, and down. Moore ends up with it at his feet. Sinclair was there. Good turn to get out of trouble. There's Lawrence Wyke.
Take us calm under pressure.
Luis Fernando tries to leave it for Riley, and here comes Sorto again. Bustamante turns from Carlton to get out of trouble. Here's Presley.
There's giveaways in the middle third. Loudoun with a chance.
Sinclair. Chips it in, headed out. Riley's there. Tries to control it, he can't. Murphy tries to get around Riley, and they're going to let that go.
Shoulder to shoulder, no foul there. Atlanta with an opportunity to put it away, 3v2.
3-on-2, Wyke with the poke. Can it be put away? Yes! Jackson Conway, goal number 4, 4-2. Atlanta United 2 in the 88th, only a couple of minutes away from a three-pointer.
Atlanta United 2 weathers the storm and puts the match away through the legs of Callie Brown. Jackson Conway's done a lot of hard, unselfish work tonight, holding up play, trying to provide a direct outlet for this team. He gets the reward with a goal. Don't know if he's got the moves of Connie Kimana, but he's got a goal on the score sheet.
Trying to get some encouragement out of Conway to help out with the dance steps. Hey, you scored 2, therefore you need to have the same dance that I have.
No, Connie Kimana's got the dance. Conway does not.
I wasn't saying
Jackson will have to work on it.
That's what I'm saying, but Connie Kimana wanted to have a partner because now he's got a partner on the score sheet. Oh, come on. You're not going to give that one to me?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Just checking.
Conway was not having it.
Although I would like to see the dance lesson that Connie Kimana does give to Conway. 4 goals on the board for Atlanta United 2 here in the 88th, heading into the 89th minute. Sinclair, top of the box, headed clear. And out. So Luis Fernando was there.
It's going to be the first time Atlanta United 2 wins a match where they conceded first. It's going to be the first win in a long time for Atlanta United 2.
Luis Fernando is there. And so is Harry Hawkins. Here comes Sorto. Sends it all the way over. Sinclair slips on the turf a little bit. Tries to step over and set up just wide.
Atlanta can't get too complacent. Into the 90th minute, but Orlando Sinclair gets Jack Metcalf on his heels. Gets a shot through him, but not through Moore, not inside the post.
Tune into ESPN News on August 7th, 11 o'clock Eastern time for Wednesday night soccer. Two sides fighting to get back above the playoff line out west. Sacramento Republic FC hosts Las Vegas Lights FC as the playoff battle heats up with a crucial three-pointer on the line. August 7th, 11 Eastern, Wednesday night soccer on ESPN News.
Two sides that you would expect to be above that playoff line.
4 minutes have been added. So 4 minutes separate Atlanta United 2 from their first win since April the 13th. A win against North Carolina FC here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. It was 2-1 back on April 13th.
A win that looks very good as the year has gone on, and we've seen North Carolina FC move towards the top of the Eastern Conference. This one's been coming, though, for Atlanta United, too. They've had some good performances in recent weeks, getting a result against the Charlotte Independents, and then going up to Cary and giving North Carolina FC all they could handle last weekend after falling behind early. They didn't fall quite as far behind tonight, but they fell behind a couple of times and had to answer back. the speed of Bienveni Kanakimana, but overall a strong performance. Maybe not a complete 90-minute performance where you controlled the match, but you controlled the majority of it tonight, something we haven't been able to say in a little while.
Because there was a lot of time when the match was wide open on both sides.
Carlton, good defensive work to keep that one in Loudoun's half. Earns a free kick.
Verfurth there. He's on the yellow, remember, back in the 32nd. But the game has been wide open. There was that one stretch here in the second half, that 10 or 15 minutes where Loudoun was in control.
The substitution from Stephen Glass, Luis Fernando coming in, gave his team a little more steel in that portion of the field, a little more physical presence. Laurent Kissidu had a very good night, created 4 chances on the night, leads Atlanta United 2 in that department. But Luis Fernando, as the game was getting physical and getting choppy, he needed his presence.
Dacus and all the way back to Brendan Moore as we're halfway through the 4 minutes that were added. Luis Fernando will let that go, and Nelson Martinez will chase. Harry Hawkins coming forward. Elvis Samo had it, lost the joust. It's going to go to Atlanta United 2.
Really impressed on the whole with Ryan Martin's Loudoun United, though. This is a team that's in a very similar situation to Atlanta United 2. You're going to play young players. You're going to have mistakes made. You have to find those teachable moments in matches, and you want to see that development from game to game. Loudoun United, early on the season, we didn't really know what to make of them. It kind of felt like they were a little rudderless at times. They didn't really know what the philosophy was. Jackson Conway catches an elbow. Harry Hawkins is going to earn a card. No, he's not going to
Or just a talking to.
Thought that would definitely be a yellow card.
Yeah. But what you're seeing in Loudoun and in Loudoun United and in Atlanta United 2 is you're seeing 2 teams with their parent clubs, Atlanta United and DC United, building through their academies. And some teams in Major League Soccer do that. And you're seeing the examples right here of what the future can be for these 2 franchises.
Well, the thing is, you didn't see it early from Loudoun United. And it was really with Ryan Martin's appointment and his time in DC United's academy and his belief in these young players. And something he said that's really stuck with me is that the current crop of U17s at DC United could be a very special generation. He's been involved in bringing a number of them through into USL Championship play. Jacob Green is one of those. We're going to see more from them, but it's Atlanta United 2 who takes the 3 points tonight.
The hat trick from Kanakimana. Jackson Conway shuts the door in the 88th. 4 goals on the board for the Stripes. Full points for the home team here in the USL Championship. When we come back, Jason and I will put a bow on the show. Atlanta United 2 gets the Duke. They get 3 points in the Eastern Conference, knocking off Loudoun United FC by the final of 4-2. So stick and stay here on ESPN+. We'll put a bow on when we come back. Atlanta United 2 with the win at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Your name.
Welcome back to Fifth Third Bank Stadium here in Kennesaw, suburban Atlanta. There's your final score. Atlanta United 2, doubling up Loudoun United FC by the score of 4-2. The first win for the Stripes since April 13th, a home match against North Carolina FC. They'd won the previous match a couple days before in Memphis, but the drought is over. Full points to the Stripes.
Atlanta United 2 has been building to this moment. It was a good performance against Charlotte last time here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in the 2-2 draw, and it was a good second half against North Carolina FC. Tonight they get the reward for the hard work.
Take a look at some of the final stats in the match. Possession 50-50, but the shots, that's what you looked at in the first 45.
Only 6 in the second half, but 5 of those were on target. Atlanta United 2 managed the match as it played out. They didn't have as much of the ball in the second half. Loudoun United started to get dangerous, but Atlanta United 2 did what they had to find the go-ahead goal and then seal the match late.
Big win for the Stripes. Tremendous effort from both the teams tonight. And Jason, it was really one guy, and it's going to be a night that he's going to remember for quite some time. In 29 in the peach and white kit.
Atlanta United Twitter is asking the question, who is this number 29? Bienveni Kanakimana. Get to know him, because you're going to see more performances like this from him as he continues to build his confidence.
Big rocket right there. Atlanta United 2 had to come from behind on more than one occasion. And a parry there, and once again, a tremendous effort for full points for Atlanta United 2. Next up for them is a match in 9 days' time at Louisville City. For Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so. It's the USL Championship on ESPN+. Play it safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.